その仕草はスティールかな。残念だったね。僕はある男に負けてからスティール対策をしている。無駄だよ。
見せかけて
Please
さらに
Please
Episode number 6 of Konosuba. And you know what? Like, every single week, like, it just shows its chops every single week. Like, oh my god. When Kazuma, okay, when he faced off Mitsurugi or whatever the hell the hero's name is, and he said, "Steel, freeze." He's like, freeze, freeze. And then he said, create water. And he waterboarded this dude. Oh my god. Like, it's just peak funny. Like, I don't like every single week. I know for the last 6 weeks, I've come on here and be like, yo, I don't think I've laughed as hard as I laughed this week. And that is true for the 6th week in a row. Like, Konosuba it just does it so much better than the rest. Like, this episode was just wild. Just like for Kazuma to keep yelling out like, I'm in top form. I'm in top form today. And he was in top form. Like, bro was bouncing out moves and like absorb and absorb. He grabbed the dude like that, and the dude was like, oh my god. It was just so funny. It's just so funny. He was thrown. Kazuma was also thrown a nugget at the end of the episode too. You know, Iris goes and, you know, she was like, you know, Oni-chan, Oni-san, you know, whatever. Like, she was like, I hope you defeat the, you know, defeat the Demon Lord, and I hope you do it, and I believe in you. And basically, at the end of the episode, she caught on to the fact, or I think that she initially, like, it's pretty impossible not to notice Kazuma. Especially when he's using absorb and steal and create water for, like, yo, bro got the moves. So he said bind, create water, and bind, freeze. Like, he had the moves this episode, but you know, he's pretty like super noticeable. But he was throwing a couple of nuggets at the end because Iris obviously saw, you know, this is who he is, and you know, she wished him good luck on being the Demon Lord. And she let all of us know as the viewers, like, hey, you know, the ring has something associated to it, to where it's basically like, you know, the person that defeats the Demon Lord essentially gets to claim their prize, which is the princess, which is her. So basically hinting that if Kazuma can somehow pull out of his ass, which if he's in top form like he wants to, he made Mitsurugi his bitch this episode. If he could do some shit like that to the Demon Lord, just not even overpowering him, just like outwitting him by like doing stupid stuff, there's a chance that Kazuma could take the princess as his future bride. Like, he could win. He could win. Like, he could like be the winner, you know? And I just find that incredibly hilarious. So she let us and him know, or let us as a viewer know, like, how important the ring was, and she knows who has the ring. She knows that Kazuma is the one that stole the thing from her and basically like obliterated all of her palace guards and her forces. So he kind of looks better in the eyes of her as well too. The fact that he was able to pull off this stunt is kind of crazy. And I like how Iris was like all giddy about it. She's like, the silver hair thief. He's just immediately dead. That was hilarious too. But I like how she gave him that, you know, like little nugget of you know, information. And I really like that quite a bit, you know, this episode, you know, overall. Also, at the end of the episode, we found out that the big fat royal guy, the noble guy, the one that's been after darkness for a while, he was kind of one orchestrating getting some of these divine items, and whoever he was speaking to, maybe like a demon or something, was failing at procuring them for him. So he obviously lost, and Kazuma got one up on him once again this episode. Also too, you know, I like how he took advantage of the situation, getting closer to, I forget what her name is, but the silver hair girl, or, you know, purple hair girl, the thief girl, I like how he took advantage at every single corner in this episode, getting closer to her. And then when he was at his place, I like how he was just really sad at how everything played out. And then I guess one more win for our boy Kazuma was Megumin, because Megumin is really infatuated, and she had, like, how do you not see that that's Kazuma? But whatever. But I like how she was totally infatuated with Kazuma and his little outfit. She was like, that's exactly my vibe, exactly my type. Like, that's like he's speaking to my soul. Like, you know, as he's like, oh, the thief, I'm in perfect form. He's like, absorb, freeze, bind. Oh my God. It's just so funny. It's just so funny. But this episode totally made sense. It was hilarious. It pushed the narrative forward. We're moving past this Iris arc. She opened up the window for him to come back and, you know, play with her once again. The doors also open for him, and once again, if he defeats the Demon Lord, the doors also open for him with Megumin, you know, at some point revealing that he's the actual thief. And then you have the darkness stuff with darkness threatening him about the ring. Like, if I was him, like, if darkness told me all that, I'd be like, yo, rip, like, it's gone. But the fact that, you know, darkness told him about the ring, darkness caught on very quick as well too, and she punished both of them. I thought was hilarious. But man, this episode is just so good. It's just so good. It's just peak. It's just peak anime. It's peak comedy. Just so good. So that's all I have to say. This episode is fantastic. Absolutely loved it. I'm gonna see you guys next week for episode number 7 as we push the next portion of the story forward. Next week's episode is called Rest for this up and coming adventure. Don't know what that means or, you know, what that's pointing towards, but looking forward to it. All right, my friends, I'm gonna see you next week. Hit the like button too. Peace.